Well, greetings, India. How are you? This is the professor. I hope all is well. Yesterday, the Warrior Queen and I were taping videos. We typically tape videos together once a week, and we try to do a week's worth. So every day, you, in theory, would get a Warrior Queen video. And as we were doing our taping, I began to receive emails from Shubham. Not Shubham, I apologize, Sumya. Sumya, my younger brother, and my nephew. And he began to tell me what's going on in Kashmir. And I've heard a little bit about it on Republic, because I watch Republic quite a bit, listen to it. We run a lot of Republic stuff on darkskyradio.com. And we kind of have a good Indian audience that listens to it. And the very first email that I got talked about 35,000 troops being deployed into Kashmir, that there was a weapons stashed, cache found that contained explosives, various weapons, and the Indian government has surmised that there was going to be an attack on Kashmir, some kind of attack on pilgrims coming to worship, and in the midst was an American sniper rifle. It was a sniper rifle made by an American company. Because I think if we say it's an American sniper rifle, that says that America is involved with Pakistan, and I don't think that is the deal. But we'll get into that in a minute. And then there came another email saying that there's a notice given out to people who aren't from Kashmir to go home. If you're here as a student, if you're here on vacation, whatever it is, you need to go and leave, right? We want you out for your safety. And there's more and more tension building. And I think there are several things here to kind of look at. I think what we're seeing here underneath the Modi leadership is a new India. Typically, and I don't say this with any disrespect, I don't say this as I think less of India, because I don't. I love India. But typically the Indian response, the Hindu response, is kind of live and let live. Let's, I don't think negotiate's the right term, but there really wasn't a firm hand to hit the opposition with, right? And that has changed, and I think that has changed because of Modi, and I think that has changed because of Modi's relationship with Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, who is constantly using Israeli assets of spying, satellites, all kinds of stuff to assist his friend Modi. Now, this looks like it's going to be a rooting out of Kashmir. This has the feel to me, as an American who's watched this most of my life, in Afghanistan and in Iraq and whatnot. This, when you send 35,000 troops, you're getting ready for urban warfare. You're getting ready, literally, to go house to house with troops, looking for people who shouldn't be there, looking for people who are, what should we call them, anti-nationalists? Right? Is that the term? Should we call that term? And I'm just telling you from a operational standpoint of somebody who knows this. When you do that, that's where you're going. You're going to go door to door. You're going to go in. You remember the video I did where we saw the training of the special forces, and they were sweeping rooms, and they were coming in tight formation, and I made the Warrior Queen go get my gun, my shotgun, so I could show you the breach. That's what they're going to do. And I've seen soldiers, American soldiers, special forces do this in entire villages in Afghanistan and Iraq, entire neighborhoods, entire areas, where they're like, okay, we set up a perimeter so nobody can leave. If they leave, they're going to have to hit a checkpoint where we have to say, prove who you are, and we're going to start here, and we're going to work our way all the way through, and we're going to interrogate, question, find, arrest, whatever. I think that's what's happening, or getting ready to happen. And again, that's just my the military side in me coming out. So that's number one. Number two brings up a question about Pakistan. because Pakistan likes to play this game of not us. We're just a government, man. Like, we're here doing commerce, right? We're trying to build Karachi up for some tourism. We got film industry. We're growing, soy to sell. I don't know the hell are these people. It's not us. We're helpless to stop them. We don't know. We don't know anything. But yet these are the same people that tell us how great their intelligence is, right? They're the same people that tell us, like, oh, we have the best special forces. But you had no idea. You had no idea Osama bin Laden was, like, right next to your military installation. None. Nobody knew that. So, I mean, I think it's a joke for Pakistan to say as a government, well, we don't sponsor this. We can't stop every citizen what they do. Come on. I think that needs to stop. Because it's clear to me that this is an extension of the Pakistani government, right? It is. One of the emails that I got about this was asking about American press. So Warrior Queen, who is the Warrior Queen, and she's awesome, started going through looking for press, and all we could find were personal blogs that were saying things, so it wasn't really anything to report on. And I know a lot of my Indian friends will reference the New York Times or the Washington Post. Those are rag papers, dude. I know they're big in name. Nobody reads that crap. I mean, I have no idea. That's not real news, dude. It's fake news. So I'm looking for a real news source. I haven't found it yet. But I find it curious that this is coming on the heels of Khan and whoever made the comment. You probably don't even know who Khan is. Oh, yes, I do. He was a cricket star in Pakistan, and he's the prime minister, so suck it. Meeting with Trump, and it raises a couple questions. First of all, Pakistan, are you that sneaky and dirty and stupid that you sat and you went and you had this meeting with the president, who called you out in the meeting saying, you wouldn't lie to us, would you? Oh no. To go have your meeting and come back and sit down, and then you're planning this attack. So that's number one. And I think what ends up this is my observation as I've fallen into this love affair with India, learning your culture, your history, your religions, your movies, your songs, your dance. What I have noticed is a trend is when a prime minister of Pakistan decides to do some kind of overture towards India, towards America, towards, like, you know what, and I don't know if it's fake or if it's real. I don't know. I can't discern the intentions of the heart. Only God can. Like, does the prime minister does Khan say, you know what, people are starving, we're having food shortages and all kinds of stuff here. Let's try to be a normal country. They go and they make an overture to the West or to India to, like, hey, let's make up. And then a terrorist attack happens. Some kind of attack happens, right? Is it because that was the plan, or does the military really run the country and the prime minister is a puppet? And sometimes the prime minister is doing things without being sanctioned by the military, right? I think that's what's happening. Or the other possibility is America complicit on this? Did America know about this? Did Trump know about this? And it's very hard to say. It's very hard for me to say that Trump knew about this. Trump is very much an anti-establishment guy. I believe the CIA knew about this. The deep state knew about this. And there's a problem in America that we're heading towards a civil war in America. Because you have the will of the people constantly being overturned by what we call the deep state. The CIA, the FBI, the IRS, all these different functions. And so it's very possible that America is becoming like Pakistan, where the president may not know what's going on, and yet this happens, and then he's going to have to turn around and say, what the hell's going on? Who do I need to fire? So I think what we'll learn about this, and I think, those two theories of what's going on here, I think what we'll learn is, when does the American response come out, and what is the American response? All right, because President Trump has done more to devastate Pakistan than any other American president. He has cut so much funding from them, taken so much stuff away, warned them about the American jets used in that exchange with India, warned them, and let's wait and see on that. Let's wait and see, because if I find out that America is complicit in this, you have my word. You have my word. I will protest my government publicly. I will. I will take my grievances to my government and protest. I will. And I'm not joking. I'm not kidding. I will do that. I will go see my congressmen. I will go see my senators. I will boycott. I will picket. I will speak out. And I just will. So let's join together and offer up prayers and support for the people of Kashmir. Kashmir is a beautiful place. I look at these videos and think, man, if you guys could just be secure, that's a vacation spot, dude. That's tourism, like boom, 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 boom. So let's pray for the people of Kashmir. Let's pray for the troops. Right? We don't want any more martyrs. We don't want that. We want them to be safe. We want them to come home to their families. We want the people of Kashmir to be safe. We want the removal of bad guys. And let us watch in social media. Let us watch actors, actresses that are anti-nationalists. Let us pay attention to that. My friends, listen. I love you guys. I really do. And I know because of my age, I'm a little more conservative than a lot of our viewers are, right? But let's make a list. Let's pay attention when somebody comes out and speaks against Indian military in Kashmir. Let's just write it down. Let's just say, oh, Joe Blow didn't like that, and just write it down. Because when Joe Blow's movie comes out, let's not go see Joe Blow's movie. Let's make Joe Blow, if you want to be anti-nationalist, if you want to be against the country that provides for you and your family and gives you safety and security and an opportunity to work and make millions, and then you want to come out and bash it, let's not give you any more money. How about you go try, working in the salt mine? How about you go try delivering lunches on your bicycle? Let's see how that reality changes, and maybe you would be grateful for the land that you live in. India is a golden goose, my friends. India is becoming the kings of the East, a world superpower. And if you don't like what is going on, then try something different, right? Try something different. We get this in America too. This isn't just an Indian thing. We get this in America too, where all of a sudden these people who have never had a real job, right? They've never had the responsibility of like, hey, I remember the days where it's like, how are we going to make our mortgage and our car payment and feed the little boy? Where I would take different jobs. I would have a traditional job. I would go get a second job at a fast food place so that my wife, the warrior queen, could stay at home and raise our son and give him a sense of normality in this crazy world. And we get people out there who say, I don't like it. I don't like your point of view. We're seeing it right now in America with the Democratic presidential candidate. Everybody's a socialist. And doesn't it seem a little weird that you got Russian-influenced socialists coming out and saying, Donald Trump listens to the Russians too much? Who the hell are you? You're quoting Lenin, dude. Like, you're quoting Lenin. So, let's just keep a list. I would call it whatever you want to do, but just keep a list, because this is very important, right? This is very... India, listen to me, please. Listen to me now. This is very important. If you do not stop it now, you're going to pay for it later. Pay now or pay later, right? And I know, I get it, man. There could be a great album that dropped, a great song that dropped that's super hot, and all the kids are like, yeah, hey, and you're like, I can't listen to it, dude. You know why? Because he hates India. He hates Missile Man. He hates Modi. He hates our traditions. He hates our national anthem. He hates everything. Let's stop rewarding these fools, right? Let's stop rewarding them. because that's what we do. And then they think it doesn't matter. These stupid morons, they're going to go see whatever I put out. I'm going to say whatever I want to. We need to mark the anti-nationalists. We need to mark them. Pay attention to them, and then make them pay for it. Make them pay, and I'm saying with the wallet. Make them pay with. I'm not going to go see your movie. I'm not going to buy your stupid whatever. And people who are pro-India, let's reward them for it. Let's go and say, hey, you know what? We support you. Hey, you know what? Great. I don't care if the movie wasn't that good. I'm going to go see it twice. Thank you. Because at the end of the day, if you do not hold on to the sovereignty of the nation, to the will of the people, you will crumble. Right? You will crumble. You'll become some weird mess. Do you want Kashmir? What goes on in Kashmir? That's what. If you don't stop Kashmir, all of India will be like that. Is that what you want? You want your kids growing up in that? Huh? I don't want your kids growing up. I don't want my kids growing up. I don't want my grandkids growing up in that. All right, so got fired up. I apologize. Hey, India, how's the Josh? I'll catch you guys later. Peace and much love.